making its appearance in the pit area. We'll be telling you more about the fabulous career to this oval. There will be some important announcements concerning the Brickyard 400, and after Richard Petty returns to the start-finish line, we'll introduce the activity in that regard also. Well, what do you know? STP. Number 43. In honor of this special moment. Jimmy Spencer, car number 12, just at a 162.7. As the noon hour rapidly approaches, we begin. Richard Petty. There's the yellow light. And that brings morning practice session. At 1 o'clock, and practice will extend then until 2:30 today. Once again, on behalf of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, a great deal of appreciation goes to you fans for making this two-day practice session such a success. We thank you, the drivers from NASCAR, appreciate your interest. And now we move to a celebration of an all-time great in NASCAR competition. The all-time Winston Cup race winner with 200 victories, Richard Petty. The car that will be honored in the Speedway Museum and Hall of Fame, the one driven by Richard Petty, is being pushed up so all can see. And in just a moment, Richard Petty will take off. Do a slow lap around. Then he's been given permission to turn it on. Richard Petty's always been a friend of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Very loyal to his sponsor, STP, and STP fans appreciated his being here each and every year. For a lot of years, he's come up to Indianapolis, paid us a visit. Waiting for the king. The all-time Winston Cup race winner, 200 victories, all-time Winston Cup pole winner, 127 times he sat on the pole, 61 times turned that pole position start into a race victory, and of course that's another record. 1967, he won 27 races in a single season. That's another record. Here he comes, Richard Petty. Richard Petty is now the center of attention, south of the start-finish line. Richard Petty, the king, is here. And something he's always wanted to do, take a tour of this 2.5-mile oval. And son Kyle Petty has the honor of strapping his dad into the cockpit. Something he always wanted to do was drive a stock car around the 500-mile track, and he's going to get the chance. Seven times Richard Petty was the Winston Cup champion. Another record that's truly amazing when you look at the career of any race driver. He made 513 consecutive starts in competition. Unbelievable. 513. The all-time super speedway race winner with 55. One of the things that's marked the career of Richard Petty is his loyalty. His loyalty to the fans, number one, loyalty to his family, and of course loyalty to his longtime sponsor, SDP. He's been with that company 22 years. SDP has always been a friend of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway also. A special start for Richard Petty. Mr. Petty, start your engine. And the man whose career has spanned 35 exciting years, winning years, heads into the number one turn. And I know you fans on the backstretch and all the way around want to give Richard Petty a deserved salute. Total of 1,185 starts to his credit. 27 wins in a single season. 10 consecutive times took the checkered flag of victory. Now on the course, Richard Petty. Number 43. And Richard was supposed to go slow the first time around. He did not read the instructions properly. And he got caught up in the spirit of it. Let's see what he does this time around. How many laps does he want it? We may be here for a while. Victories, 22nd year with STP, 27 wins in a single season. Here he is. Okay, one more lap. The warning has been given to Richard. Let's see if he does it. You want to take a bet that he'll come in now? Well, we'll leave it up to him. Anyway, he's supposed to. Here he comes. Let's bring him in all the way down the line. Richard Penny. There it is. Famous number 43. Steering wheel is removed. Richard Penny the Great will step out. Man with 200 victories to his credit. And I know this is a very special moment to Richard Penny. Look at this youth getting out of here, huh? Here he is, Richard Penny. Well, the first time around, officially, first lap was 151 miles an hour, and he was supposed to go slow. They run 160 miles, 151 slow. Well, you presented a car, this one, to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway during the month of May. You weren't here to receive our plaudits at that time. The Speedway wants you to know this car is most appreciated for their museum. And just give a special word of thanks to the president of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, Tony George. Let's welcome Tony George.
Welcome, Richard. On behalf of the family and the Indianapolis Motor Speedway Foundation, it is indeed a pleasure to have you here today. We've always enjoyed having you up first weekend of qualifying. SCP's always been very gracious in bringing you up here, and the fans have always enjoyed it. And we're sorry we didn't get to get you up here this year to make the formal dedication, but I think this has worked out exceptionally well. It's a pleasure to have you here today. Unfortunately, probably a couple of years too late deciding to have this Brickyard 400, but we're going to have you here as a team owner, and couldn't be more thrilled. And got to tell you that since May, this car has brought a lot of happiness to a lot of people who visited the museum, and we look forward to displaying it with great pride for the many years to come. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. I tell you, I'm really, really honored to be able to present a stock car to the Indy Car Museum. I've always wondered why they wouldn't take one of my cars, but anyhow, they finally put one in there, and I tell you, it's a real, real honor. And to me, just run around here at 150 mile an hour, been around the pace car, first time I've ever been around a real race car, but to see all the history that's here. I'm pretty much history myself, but not this particular part of the world, and it makes me feel really, really honored that I were able to get the car and also make a lap around the racetrack. And I think that all the people in Indianapolis, all the racing fans from everywhere, whether IndyCar fans or stock car fans, I think this is going to really be a great deal for everybody involved. And hope you all come back in May and then come back in August, okay?
Well, Richard, thank you very much. And wondering why one wasn't accepted earlier, they wanted one that wasn't all banged up.